What is going on, guys? It's your boy Dawg here today with another video. Today is the second installment of Cooking with Daddy Dawg. Today we are cooking homemade fudge, Christmas fudge, whatever you want. And if you didn't notice, this video is going out on Christmas Eve if you're watching it the day of. So that's why I'm wearing the Santa hat in time for Christmas. So let's get started. Alright guys, so for the ingredients for this recipe, because this is a little bit different than Pillsbury crescent rolls because that actually had directions on it, I'm showing you guys how to make this. So, you're going to need 3 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. This is generic, but make sure it's a semi-sweet because it's different than milk chocolate chips. Secondly, you're going to need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. You're going to find one of these cans that says sweetened condensed milk on it. Thirdly, you're going to need 1/4 cup of margarine or butter. This, if you cut a stick like this, if you cut it in half, that's 1/4 because an entire stick is 1/2. So if you just cut the stick in half, that's 1/4. And if you want, you can add 1 cup of walnuts. However, I do not like nuts in my desserts, so I'm not going to add nuts. But if you want that, you add 1. Alright guys, so you're going to need a microwave safe bowl for this one. And you're going to need to pour 3 cups of these in. So let's get started with that. Just get like a 1 cup measuring or something like that. And let's get started. Alright guys, next, once you have all 3 cups of the chocolate chips in, you're going to need to open up, use a can opener or something like that to open the sweetened condensed milk. Alright guys, so it's dripping, but you pour it in. Look how nice that looks actually. It's so satisfying watching sweetened condensed milk go out. And this is still making a mess. Great. Okay, now we're going to use the exact same thing that we're going to use. This is going to be used to stir later on, but you could like take out the sweetened condensed milk with this. Alright, next we're going to need to put in the 1/4 cup of butter. Rip off that paper and throw this in. Boom. Now that we have this concoction made, we need to throw it in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how long it takes. Stirring every minute. It's important to stir it every minute because you don't want the top to get cooked and the rest to not, and possibly the top to even get burned. So let's go to the microwave right here and get started. Let's throw this in for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Alright, so make sure you're watching the time because you need to make sure it doesn't go at 2 minutes. You need to stir it. You need to. So be watching the time so that you know when it's time to stir. Because you want every single piece of chocolate chip to be melted, all the butter to be melted evenly. You don't want it to be like burned on top or anything. So make sure you're watching the time. 2 minutes. Let's take this out. Alright, so I'm just going to do it over here. But you need to make sure, let me grab this. You need to make sure to stir it. Alright, so this is probably good enough stirring. Be sure to just destroy the butter. Just destroy it. Then you have to do a little bit of this. Then, oh, something fell. Okay. You need to scrape this off, scrape everything off. Alright guys, there we go. Put it in for another minute here. Start. Let's go. Alright. 2nd minute is over. Just rinse and repeat the same process. And then let's throw it in the microwave again. Alright guys, so I'm throwing it in for the last minute. Mine looks like it's done enough. Mine looks like after this last minute it will be good. But yours might not be. So if you need to throw it in for another minute, maybe another 2 minutes, you can. Alright, so my last minute just finished. Be sure to stir this around one more time. This looks like it's good enough. I think it is. So next, once you have this stirred up and it's all melted, make sure it's all melted. You need to start pouring it into a glass like bowl, plate, dish, whatever, something like this. This size is good. This recipe is made for an 8x8 and this is an 8x8, so do what you need to do to make sure it's proportional to the bowl size. Alright, so let's get started by pouring this out. I need to pick this up more. The bowl is hot. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Okay, I'm going to switch this around real quick. Hold on. Because it's easier for me to do it with my right hand. Alright, so start pouring this out. So I have the thing done. Like I have all the fudge in. So you're going to want to spread it around to make sure it's even. So that every piece of fudge is the same size. Make sure it's like flat too so it just looks good. I think this is pretty much even, but I'm going to try to flatten it out as well. So it looks good. Here, this is almost flat. I think this side's a bit higher than the other one, so we're going to let it just flatten out here. So as I'm doing this, right before the next step is to throw it in the refrigerator until set. So as long as you need until the fudge is hard and fudge-like, then you do it. Alright, so this is pretty much as good as it's going to get. So let's throw this in the refrigerator over there, and I'll see you guys back when it is like refrigerated. So we just took out the fudge out of the refrigerator, and we're going to have to cut it out of this dish. Alright, we got it out. We're going to start cutting up the fudge into mildly small pieces because fudge is very heavy on the stomach and you won't be able to eat a huge piece, especially when it's as thick as this is.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride.
Alright, so we cut the fudge into little pieces and let's start eating. So we actually didn't fail recording this time, so we're going to start eating it now. This is our first taste test of this fudge. Let's try it. Just take a small piece. Eat some, boy. Take some, moron. Why are you laughing? It's actually pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty good. Now that you've seen how we think of it, let me know in the comments if you guys try to make this and if you like it. Also, leave in the comments other suggestions for making food that you'd like me to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.